If there's one thing that Book Talk loves, it is a Greek myth retelling. And so I thought today I would talk about one of the original Greek myth retellings, Virgil's Aeneid. Now, to give context on why this is a retelling, we first need to go to the Civil War, the Battle of Actium. Octavian has defeated Mark Antony and Cleopatra in a glorious battle. And by the end of it, Octavian is rebranded essentially as Emperor Augustus of Rome. But there are still lots of people who question this decision, and so he commissions Virgil to write an epic poem that legitimizes Augustus's claim to leadership of Rome. And thus the Aeneid is born. The poem is split into 12 books. The first 6 books draw heavy inspiration from Homer's Odyssey, with it being a journey across islands with lots of mythical beasts and adventures. And then books 7 to 12 focus on sort of rebranding Homer's Iliad, with it being a major conflict with lots of sort of parallel characters. You definitely get a sense of admiration between Virgil and Homer, which, I mean, makes sense. Who doesn't love Homer? He's fantastic. But even the style in which it's written and the meter, it heavily is really just a retelling of Homer's 2 greatest works. In the 6th form, I took Latin, and I was always very excited when we had a lesson on the Aeneid because it's such a cool piece of writing. Like, I can't recommend this book enough. Aeneas, he goes on a 7-year journey. He just barely escapes the fall of Troy because he's a Trojan prince. And actually, if you watch the film Troy, there's a cute little Easter egg where you see Aeneas like escaping as Troy's about to come down at the hands of the Achaeans. But then he goes on this journey. He has a very long, tragic, complicated relationship with Dido. He goes to the underworld where he sees the future legacy of Rome, and he sees people like Julius Caesar and Augustus. He also unites all of the people together to form the first ever Roman race, and then has this very complicated battle against Turnus, which he wins. If you're anything like me and you love the latent homoeroticism between Achilles and Patroclus in the Iliad, then you will love a very similar relationship between Aeneas and Pallas in the Aeneid, culminating in Pallas being killed by Turnus and Aeneas then killing Turnus.